Make.com has a really useful feature to map fields from your data sets into Google Documents with a special trick. I just figured out how to do this properly, and I've set it up to save me so much more time mapping my contract templates. So if you want to figure out how to link this data to Google Docs and save yourself a ton of time, then you've come to the right place. Let's get to it. With Solve Cycle Solutions. If you're new here, I help save people time by automating the work that they hate with no code and AI-based solutions. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down how you can use Make.com to map specific data points to your Google Documents to produce high-quality contracts that can work well without having to make large adjustments once the contract is created. Let's hop into my screen, and you'll see here that we have a sales pipeline set up inside of SmartSuite. Now, what I've done in the past is I would have sales meetings with people, and if we decide to move forward, I would then send them a contract. This would end up taking me a lot of time because I would think that it would take me only a little bit of time, but I would normally have to go into my Google Drive, search for a document, and then start updating all of these little pieces that I would normally have to just manually transfer that over. And that would end up taking a lot more time than I care to admit. This is a 6-month consulting agreement. I had ChatGPT throw up, so don't use this as like the exact contract. This is just an example in this case. But you'll see that there are a couple of things that I am looking for to get moved into a document. You'll see today's date, the company name, start and end date, and even a couple of things like hourly and a discounted initial offer rate. So there's a few things here in my contracts. There's a couple of other things that can just take up a little more time. So this is more, again, to show you how you can map fields from SmartSuite or a database and move it into Google Docs. So you'll already notice that here I have these double squiggly brackets wrapped around all the text. I'll talk about that a little bit more once we start setting up the module inside of Make, but basically you'll want to have the specific items inside of your Google Doc that you want to map marked with these brackets. So I've gone ahead as well inside of the record for my contacts and put specific information that I am looking to have inside this contract. So you have the company name here, hourly rate, and let's just say I'm going to put an initial discount of $250. So this is all going to be mapped from SmartSuite into the Google Doc. Let's go ahead and move this into the Make offer phase, which is going to start our automation sending a mail hook into Make.com. I've already built this in several other videos, so be sure to watch that. But you'll see that it pulls up all the information that we need. So it has the subject heading, and then I have the get a record, so I can pull up all the exact data we need inside of SmartSuite. The next step that we're looking for is we're going to open up a Google Doc. And you'll see that they have an integrated built-in system for Google. And basically, we're going to go down to, there's an option for create a document from a template. So this is where you can create a specific, like it says, create a specific template inside your Google Docs, like the one that I showed you. And then you can use that to be copied and then import specific data so that it saves you more time. So to get started on creating this document, first you need to log into your Google account or integrate it with Make.com. From there, it's going to say create a document from a template. The easier way I've found is to just go by this drop-down option because you can go through by mapping, but basically this allows it to more quickly find the document that you're looking for. You have to specify whether it is through your drive, a shared drive, or a Google shared drive. And then from here, it's going to map and say, click here to choose the file. This is going to start from the general overview of your Google Drive. You click here, you need to type in the specific folder that this is being looked through. And in this case, for me, it's a test folder. So I'm going to click this. And then I can go look into subfolders, or it will start pulling up the different contracts or documents that I have inside of this folder. This is the exact one that I want, so I'm going to save that. And then this is going to go ahead and pull up the document and start reviewing it. And you'll see that it's already set up all the brackets that I've set up inside my Google Doc. So let's hop back over to the Google Doc, and you'll see that, again, these are the brackets that I've set up inside of the document to map specific fields. Now, this is already set up, but if I decided I actually need to have something else here, let's say I wanted to put an example text. That's what I'm going to mark this as. You'll see that I can just go back over to the make module and hit refresh. And it's going to regather the document and pull up new specifically mapped fields here. So you'll see that the example text is set up there as well. Same thing, if I wanted to remove that, I can just clip that out of the document and then refresh the page. I'm going to go ahead and start mapping the fields that I have. So certain things like today's date, I don't need to have that from SmartSuite. I can just go ahead and hit the date module inside of make. And I am going to set this up as a format date, because otherwise it is going to be a long string with numbers and having the time and the date in seconds as well. In this case, I just want to have the month, the day, and the year. And then for the company name, I'm going to go ahead and map this as company name here from SmartSuite. So we're able to pull this information out. I'm not going to need the example text. I'll delete that afterwards. And then you can also specify specific, whether you have specific start dates, or if you want it to be same day as today, you can do that. This is entirely up to you. So for now, I'm just going to do the same thing of format date as today. And then I'm also going to set the end date for myself. I just set it as the end of the year. So I'm going to set this up as 12/31/2020 and 2024. Now I can also go in, I'm going to go and map the hourly consulting rate as $50. And then we'll map the discount. So this will be saying that this initial 10 hours will be $250 for this. So as you can see, you can get all this set up however you want. Then I'm going to put the lead name here. The last thing that I'm going to do for this particular step is we have to create a document name. So I'm going to set this as the contact name, and then we'll put consulting contract. And then we can specify where we want to save this inside our Google Drive. So in this case, I'm just going to save it back under the test folder. So now that we have this Google Doc set up and we should be able to create the template we need, I'm just going to map the link of the document from the Google Docs into the updated SmartSuite record. So I'm just going to update this. And I will say that one thing I forgot to add at the beginning, I've gone ahead and reset it, but I set an additional contract URL link so that we can pull this up later. So again, this is really simple of just going to map the specific items you're looking for. We're going to do this under the test pipeline. And then from there, we're going to map the specific record that we pull this up from. And that's really all we have to do. I'm going to change the pipeline phase to negotiation, meaning that this contract is set up. And then from there, we're going to hit contract link. And I'm just going to hit link, and we're going to make it the web view link. And so if I hit OK, we should be all set. Now, the last thing we need to do here is save and hit run once. From there, I'm going to save this. We're going to move this over into the make offer, and then hop back in time to see this automation run in real time, creating this document. So the webhook always takes a minute. The Google Doc create a template is going to take a minute as well, or just a couple more seconds. And there you go. We have this whole thing set up, and it looks like everything should be good. So let's go into the record, and we can scroll down to the bottom, and here's the Google document we created. You'll see that we have the specific information that we mapped. It's pulled up today's date, October 5th, and we have the company name set up here, the contact name. We have starting from the 5th to the 31st. And then we also have the special offer rates as well. And you'll see that we have everything mapped up exactly where we want to. So this makes it even easier for us to just create the templated documents without having to worry about adding different pages or adjusting and having to go in and readjust a whole bunch of different data or layouts inside of a contract. So this just begins to scratch the surface of what we can do. The reason that I started doing this or figured this out was because I'm going to make another video regarding another tool that I use to help upload the contracts and make it so that we can map the signing fields so that we have to do even less work than before. So be sure to stick around for that video when that comes out, hopefully soon. And in the meantime, if you like this video or want to have something like this set up in your own business, but either don't have the time or need some help getting this set up, I'd love to have a free 30-minute consultation with you. So feel free to book a call with me at the link below or scan the QR code somewhere over here and see how much time you can save in just 30 minutes. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you have any questions or feedback, feel free to leave that in the comments section of this video. And also consider subscribing if you want to get more content like this in the future. Thank you again for watching, and this is where I stop.